up, Muscle and Strength? We're gonna hit an arm day today.
Hanging out at the hotel gym today. We got brown floors, blue walls, carpet hanging around, and everyone knows my arms are a bit of a weak point. So we're with the big man, and we're gonna see how we can make him grow. Coming from someone whose weak point has always been arms, he's right, like usually the heavy compound comes in the tricep, but my biceps, I have bad like muscle inclusion origin. I don't have the best genetics for it, but I also don't have any mind-muscle connection, and you don't get any good actual work ethic and contraction when you're going really heavy. So I actually lowered my weight a lot in the last few years, and it kind of built that mind-muscle connection back up, and it helped me a lot.
I'd say 70% of the time I'll do all tries, then I'll buys. The other 30 I'll do alternating. So I'll do like try buy. Or sometimes what I'll do is like a warm-up try like this, and then like a compound like my close grip or like a heavy weight, like a machine dip or something. And then I'll go into like a warm-up buy with like a heavier buy, kind of go back and forth like that in sections of 2. But today we'll probably do all tries, then all buys.
My self-anecdotal theory is when I have a crazy bicep pump, I can't fully extend my arm, and I will get a bit of a contraction in my tricep, but even when I have a big tricep pump, I can still contract my bicep. So you get your tricep pump first and then move on to arms, so you make sure at the beginning of the workout you can still fully contract your tris.
The only reason I ever do alternating is when it's like a busy gym and I'm rocking a tank and you want the full arm pump at all times.
To show
you know?
off.
Because like just a tri pump is like, it's okay, but the full arm pump is what you want.
I mean, I still gotta prioritize buys because mine suck, so
yeah.
It has its place.
So what I'll do here is we'll do a double drop set. So it's at 95, we'll go 95, 80, 65. So 15-pound drops, 2 drops. All right guys, so that was our first movement. Just the rope extensions that you guys saw. Finished with the drop set there. So now our elbows are good and warmed up, so we'll head over. We'll probably do the plate load dip, or do you want a close grip? Do you feel good to close grip?
My chest is still kind of sore, but
you can pick.
I'll do either.
Okay, we'll close grip next. I'd rather close grip, so we'll see how that feels. We'll head over to the bench now and do a close grip.
My chest is sore. Oh, okay, let's do close grip.
But we could do either. If it was really sore, you said, no, it's 2 dips. I gave you the option. The option was there.
Sorry, eh? I think a big mistake a lot of people do when they're doing close grip for tricep is they kind of do a 2 full range of motion. Like, you know, a lot of people who fail on their bench in the lockout, it's because their triceps are weak, because the final part of the movement up here is a more tricep movement. So when you're doing close grip, you don't necessarily want to be touching your chest, because that's when you start to engage your pecs too much, and that will start moving the way, and it'll take a lot of the stress off your chest.
From here to here, there's no change in elbow, right? Your elbow change doesn't come till here. So like here, that's just chest, that's just this. And once you get to here, that's where you're actually engaging the tricep. So there's really no come down to where your elbows come to 90. Any more than that is just chest. So here, so that you'll see will come 2 or 3 inches off the chest there. You definitely want to pay attention, and you'll watch both Chris and I when we're doing the close grip, because you want to keep your elbows tucked, right? Because that's, if you're flared out, it's going to definitely be 1, compromising you more for injury, and 2, putting more chest involvement in it. So the more you keep in, the more you're going to have elbow bend, whereas if you're wider, you're going to have more from the chest and less elbow bend, right? Just like if you wanted to do something for your quads, feet closer and lower, you're going to have more knee bend, versus if they're higher and wider, you'll get less knee bend, it'll be more glute hamstring. So 2, 3. Good. Come on. Up.
So now that we've done kind of like tight contraction, a mid-range heavy movement, we moved on to a more high volume, lighter, big stretch movement, which is anything behind the head. So that's what we're doing here. Because it's a little bit lighter, you saw we're kind of like really taking it slow, maybe pausing, maybe doing like a quarter rep slow, and then another rep. Because it doesn't go too heavy, we're kind of making it feel heavier by slowing down the movement, contracting like as hard as you can, like mentally thinking about it.
The last set here, what we're gonna do is a rest pause. So we'll do the initial set. I might lighten the load a little bit. We'll do 12 to 15 reps, pause 15 seconds, go again till failure, rest 15 seconds, pause, go again till failure. Can we just take a minute and look at the like veins I got coming through my pants today?
You have those in the off season.
Not that good. We're gonna start with the cable movement here for the biceps. We're just gonna put on the 2 rope D handles. Just do a good, just cable curl with those. Get some blood into the biceps and then we'll move on.
All right, so we warmed up on kind of a cable curl over there. Now we're moving up to dumbbell movement. We're switching this up into a hammer strength grip, which hits a little bit more of your brachialis.
A hammer strength grip?
Hammer strength?
That's a machine. You mean hammer grip? Hammer curl grip?
You can't even get it either.
Because now it sounds weird. Right? I'm like, wait, hammer grip? Wait,
hammer
what?
curl grip. This one hits a little bit more of your brachialis. And for someone like me who has a really high bicep insertion, I have a huge gap between my bicep and my forearm here. So filling it with a brachialis can kind of fill that gap a little bit and give you the illusion your arms are a little bit bigger when they're legging like mine.
So next we're doing the cable preacher curl here, just something a little more isolated after we did the hammers.
All right, guys, so that's an app.
That's an app.
All right, guys, that's a wrap on today's arm workout. I got coaxed out of doing legs today, you know, not really complaining. Got an extra arm day in this week, so
He needs it.
we're feeling it. Sadly, I need arms more than legs. It's a rare situation, and honestly, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We got done a good workout. Biceps were more focused on volume, as per usual. As we mentioned earlier, we had kind of two heavier exercises for more compound movement for triceps at the beginning, and mainly just kind of trying to get a good pump, move some weight, and have a good workout.
All right, guys, well, thanks so much for watching, so be sure to subscribe.